said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Utah Utes, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Utes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25.
I mean, you talk about coming out as a defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
The Pirates come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Leaves it with the back. Turning it on!
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Bray. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Going to swing it on second down. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Back to throw. It's Dampier. Catch in the middle. It's Parker. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Staley.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. To the air. It's Hauser. Unloads it downfield. Pulls it in down the sideline.
And I love it when quarterbacks attack the whole field. Nice job using the sideline. When you attack the middle of the field, those safeties very much get involved. So do the linebackers. You get a lot of one-on-one matchups towards the outside. Nice job throwing it towards the sideline and the receiver making the big play down the field.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats.
14, East Carolina, 0.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, East Carolina.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the tight end in motion. The offense changing the play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Takes it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Using the quick game. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Grab near the marker. It's Odom. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that.
There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Utes are moving quickly down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Steps away to find some room. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so...
Touchdown, Utes! Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the ground, it's Staley. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Hauser. Here comes the heat. Finds his man open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. He's loose down the left side. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Utah! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. To the air on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
And the Pirates come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Pirates! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7.
Utah 28. East Carolina 7.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
East Carolina 7.
The Pirates will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Finds the tight end. Rams him with the stiff arm. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Throwing on the run. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And that's good enough for first half.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
East Carolina.
And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. gets the back and leaves it on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Dialed up the... Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, and they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure coming. The sure hands, it's Staley. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Pirates will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air. It's Dampier. Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodgers. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Makes the grab. It's Staley. Hard running there. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He fires to the left side. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Hauser. Dumps it to the back. Caught over the middle, it's Staley. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got his man quickly. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, East Carolina.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
For the offense.
The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Buys a little time. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Utah! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
The Pirates are moving quickly down the field. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to pass. It's Hauser. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. Jumped on top of the pile.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Pirates with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught near the sticks. It's Staley. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Pirates, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Right down the middle. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
He's got him. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And the Pirates trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. On second and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now adjusting. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got
breaks into the open. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.